Then, just tell them as far as you can. You always want to get your shoulder to people's hips. Like if I'm here, this would be like the driving angle you want. Does that make sense? My right shoulder is now aligned with his right hip. Does that make sense? See how like I don't have an angle right now. I need to create an angle, so that's what you're using this for. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and keep the dribble alive here, push it out in front, and then just score. Cool? Same thing on the other side. It would be right hand, hop to your right, push it in front, score. Cool?
Hey, Ben.
We'll go when we're doing this, when we're landing, just to like sell this a little more, let's just look at the rim. Let's look at the rim, maybe get like our other hand at the ball, so that looks like we're shooting. Make sense? Same thing, nothing changes. Let's switch sides. Once you land, if you don't see hands, you're just getting here and you're shooting the ball as quick as you can. If at any point, so remember, it's going to be important for you to have your eyes up while you're doing this. You have to look at what we're doing. If at any point you see his hands go up, you're just pushing the ball in front and you're taking that layup. We're going to make this very hard for you. Like we're not just going to, before you even start, be here. When you're in the air is when we're going to make that decision. What can help us make this easier? The more time you spend in the air, the more time you have to read your defender. Obviously, when you get comfortable, now you can start to like move a little quicker. But for now, if you're struggling, just get further in the air. Just get further in the air if you're struggling. So look, instead of doing this, watch, instead of doing this, now just get here. And then if it's time to shoot, just like slam both hands.
You got it.
Good job. Better. Oh yeah! Put a hand up, what's the option? Shoot or throw it like in this direction. I'm just saying we haven't covered how to get back to your right. Does that make sense? So we'll go left hand now. We're just simulating if he follows you with a hand up. So now it's here. We're just gonna go in and out as soon as we land. And we'll get a layup on the right side of the rim. So same thing, it's here. And then we're in front. Cool. Just focus on now, when you're here in the air, we're just bringing the ball to this hand. And then the decision is very simple. You're either slamming the ball into this hand and shooting it, or you're just not putting it in both hands and you're just curling under and you're going to the rim. Does that make sense?
Are we shifting back to the three-point line or are we going laterally?
Let's try and get back a little. Just because think about it. That was a good question. Think about it. If we're here and it's just to the side, this in and out would almost like be inviting him to steal this. You know what I'm saying? So let's just focus now. We'll get a little behind us and then we'll just in and out. And we're just looking at the rim. You know what I mean? Yeah, perfect. Crazy. Getting it all between your legs. From here. Just getting a little jump back this way. Yeah. And then just get left, however you can. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Last one. Starting in the middle. We're here. Same thing. We're either shooting this or we're going right into that if we see a hand. Cool? Shoot it. As soon as you see no hands, put your hands on. Nice. Really good, Emma. Really good. Again. Oh. Good. So when he lets go, all I want the offense doing is starting on one of these right away. Do not wait. You just have three pretty simple reads. One, this move shouldn't work. Why?
They know it.
Because you all, yeah, like you all know you're doing it. So just internalize that this is gonna work more in a real game when you're a little more unpredictable. But right now, you're here. If he doesn't follow you or this move works, shoot this right away every time. So that's your first read. Second read, if he doesn't move, but he starts like contesting a shot, and you have this shoulder to hip angle, let's just try and get from here and get something going left. And he's playing pretty good defense. You might either have that in and out, or you might have to just get creative and be your own person right now. Cool? Last rule is once you're here, as soon as you're in the air, you have 4 seconds. 4 seconds to score. Remember, here. Good finish. Really good finish. 4, 3, nice. Really nice. Really nice. The things we worked on. 4, good. Good shot. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice take. Tough. Oh, it's probably especially more comfortable to shoot this, but let's just like get out of your comfort zone. Now what I don't want is everyone to go this way, but let's just start to do different things. Good. 3. Oh yeah. Nice. Nice, AK. Take. 4, 3. Good. You're open. Just another read. If he's here, right, and when you come back, if they get to the point where you're both above the three-point line, you are not open for a jump shot. Does that make sense? Like, I think what we get caught up in is when we're doing this, we start to like take bad shots. Let's just focus on getting the best shot. You know what I mean? So if you're back and they're here, you probably have to get something going in the rim. Good. Oh yeah. Yeah, another thing now. I think we're all trying to be comfortable. Let's just focus on like the speed at which you're doing it. You know what I mean? Because if you want to get a shot off, let's do this fast. If you want to start to read the situation, take more time and then make your move. You know what I mean? Good. 2, 1. Nice. Good. Get in there. 3, 2. Yeah, you just gotta shoot. 3. Hey. 3, 2. Nice.
So wait, what is it? It's
Score!
a very good athlete, but he don't know it.
3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2. Nice.
Come on, B, let's go.
4,
On.
3. Good spin. Good move. 2, 1. Nice. 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a bonus.
She made it. Oh.
Get water. Another way you kind of see this used like a lot is just to get into a ball screen. Because what did we kind of talk about? Like, what does this do to a defender? It gives you space, but what else? Like, it kind of makes him have to pick a side. Let's say I'm bringing this down and he's setting this ball screen, and I get here and I jump opposite the ball. What does he have to choose between at this point?
Whether to guard the screen or the
Right, whether to guard the screen, like, and just force me to not use this, or I've gotten so far to the side that now I can really easily refuse this. So now he has to think about kind of what we worked on, getting here, and now this is a very big threat to someone guarding this ball screen. Does that make sense? We understand that? So let's just work on bringing this down. We'll start like somewhere close to half. We'll start on bringing this down, understanding like that we want to pace ourselves to get to the point where we're in line with, well, the screen, but the cone in this case. And we'll just get here. We'll use this to kind of create that angle. And the first one we'll do is just what we did. Demi, just watch out. We'll just cross it and we'll just get like a floater, right? So we'll just get here, jump, push it out in front, and we'll just get like a floater off the backboard.
This shift dribble should take you to the spot that you want to get to, right? So you're not going to necessarily just dribble to this spot and then shift, right? You want to stay in the third of the floor, right? This third of the floor. Then this dribble should take you here, then you push out, then you go. You know what I'm saying?
So you should ideally just stand 2 feet right in and just square to the back.
Yes. Good. Remember how we pushed out into that same leg layup? How far you had to push it? Much better. Good.
I don't want you getting to the point where you're like so far away from it, you know what I mean? I want you to get to the point where in one dribble, from here, you can either use this screen and bounce it just in your right hand, or you get here and you can just refuse it. But if you're that far away from it, you can't really force someone to make a decision. But close enough that you can take this on your next bounce. Nice, nice. Instead of getting here and then just like turning, think about like being far, yeah, and then like letting that take you to the screen. Get it going, get it going. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Throw that ball out, throw that ball out. Better, better, better. Good. Yeah, and then as soon as your feet hit the floor, see ya. Go ahead.
Get off the ground.
Better, better, better.
You go around him. Good. I like it. Good. You just, like, everywhere, right? Take your time. Look at me, look at me. Take your time. Here, survey the floor, boom, then go. Okay? So glide. Be more smooth. Better, much better. Good.
Let's get a few more. Let's get a few more. So we just talked about like where should you get ideally to the point where you can do one of two things. What are the two things? Go around or refuse it. So what we'll do now is same thing. We'll just get here, simulate that he actually follows you this time. You know what I mean? And is worried about that refusal. We'll just get here. As soon as you land, we'll just push it out lefty. And I just want you taking a pull up at the elbow as quick as you can. So full speed, it should be here.
Nice.
Good, good. Right out of it, the next dribble's in front. Even further. Even further.
Further?
Further. Try and let it take you from here to here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Just like really switch up the pace of it. So instead of just always getting, now we're in our left hand now, instead of always getting like really far, really high off the ground, now let's like switch it.
Brody, look up. Don't look at the floor. Good shot. Don't sprint into it. All right? Take your time, change speed. All right?
One more minute. High five, somebody get water, then we'll play. We'll do both sides. So right now, we'll all start in our left hand. So it's gonna be here. They're playing real defense. This is completely live. We're here. He has two choices. He's either what? He's either playing the screen or he's playing the refusal. If, let's say, he plays the screen, your job is to get here and refuse it. You're playing 1-on-2. This person cannot leave the paint, but it has to be fast because why? Because he's right behind you, ready for that. So, first option is here, push it out in front, score somewhere in the mid-range. If you can get by the person, get a layup, great. Now the only other caveat is, if I get here and I use this screen, this person is not a part of this game. The goal should be this guy not letting you use the screen, but if you guys do a really good job of getting here and like selling something that can take you over it, perfect. Make sense? Any questions? Any questions? Go good. Don't worry about them. Everyone's gonna cheat a little bit. Good. 3, 2, 1. Gotta score.
Smoking layups. For what? Everything was cool. Everything was cool until the end.
Yeah, so the only way you get her or him out of this play is by getting here and like pushing it this way. But if you refuse it, yeah, then it's 2-on-1. Nice, Flash is done. 3, 2, 1, good. Again. Defense, switch rolls.
Damn.
Don't let her use it. 2, 1, good. Crossing it right. Good. Nice. Yeah, right there. Like that's the shot. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, we gotta stop getting beat that way.
Yeah, I know. That's what.
Good move. Yo, stop getting beat that way. Yo, you gotta stop getting beat that way. You gotta make him go that way. Yeah. Huh? No. Don't let him go. If you get beat, then you have to let him go. You know what I'm saying?
I want us all to realize, and you probably have, that if you get here and refuse this screen, you have to take your first shot. Otherwise, what happens?
Double team.
2 people guarding you, and you're just running around. You know what I mean?
Nice.
1. Don't let him use it. Good. Nice. Really nice. Gotta score. Good, Emma. Are you calling foul? She called foul. Wow. She set it off. She called foul again. Controversy.
Kill
Very
him.
controversial call. Good. 3. Good. You gotta shoot that. Good, Emma. Switch. Start here. Start to your right. So that it's. Do the move first. One more time. Good shot. Do the move first. Just start here, get here, and then figure it out. Good. Nice. Good. Now. Good. 3, 2, 1. James, bring it in the middle. High five somebody. Bring it in. It's past. Good. Alex. Real quick, I want you to go home. What's the NBA game tonight?
The Knicks versus nah.
2 very good basketball teams are going to be playing.
The Warriors.
Pretty much
Right.
very good guards
Team Rio
on
16.
both teams are going to be playing. So what I want you to do is just go home when you watch that game, just try and observe when they do this, because I guarantee you they're going to do this. Especially James Harden, he does this a lot. So just try and, every time you come here, every time you step on the court, watch the stuff other people do, see what works for them, and then try and build that up in your own game. Does that make sense? Really good job today. Bring it in. Emma Von Essen, take us home.
Empire on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Empire.